there you, how's it going? My name's Katie Marie, thank you so much for being here, and today I am going to be talking about my absolute favourite loop pedal, the Electro Harmonix 45,000. Yes, I am. What I'm planning to do is just go over some of the features that are on the 45,000 and then play you some stuff so you can actually hear it in action, and then after that I will run through the pros and the cons. Also, full disclaimer, I'm not endorsed by Electro Harmonix. I bought this unit with my hard-earned money. I'm just going to be brutally honest about what I like and what I don't like. So let's dive on in and I'll show you the features of this unit. I've got it on a little table here in front of me, as you can see. So if you want to, you can record in stereo. I tend to just do mono because I've got my acoustic guitar plugged into this. You also have a click level, a separate headphone level there. There's also you can use MIDI. I've never used that feature myself. It also comes with an SD card. It has a whole bunch of really cool drum loops loaded onto it. And I mean, I love drum machines. So having this unit come with a bunch of really cool drum loops is super, super cool. And they sound great, really high quality. We've also got a quantized feature here, which I may be going into the cons section a little bit quickly, but the one thing about this is that it will quantize 4/4 and it doesn't seem to like to quantize anything else. There was one time when I was doing a loop in 7. I mean, maybe it was just, who does loops in 7? Maybe the unit was just thinking I was being a bit of a smartass, but I noticed that it didn't quantize my groove in 7. So that's just something to bear in mind, just in case that bothers you at all. We've also got this reverse button right here, which I love using this so much, and you guys are going to hear it in a little bit. Super cool. Oh, octave, that's really fun too. Got punch-in feature if you want to use that. Record play, fairly self-explanatory. Okay, so let's talk about the faders, which are really the main feature of the 45,000, and the entire reason I bought the blooming thing, quite honestly. If you want to, you can loop individual things on these 4 faders that are right here, and I love having control over the overall volume, because often, I'll record a drum beat on my acoustic guitar and then I'll be like, darn it, that's too loud, or girl, that's too quiet. But I've got a fader, so I just bring it up and down however I blooming well like. Also, as I'm going through the song, it's nice to just cut out the drums and the bass part that I've layered and just have the chords, and then I can solo over it. You can make this really dynamically interesting song. Another thing you can do is layer multiple elements on one track, and what I mean by that is you could have so if you've got this channel 1 here, yeah, so you could have, maybe that's going to be the drums and the percussion channel. So I could record a drum part and then loop that, leave it on channel 1, and then loop some more percussive stuff. That's all on channel 1. Maybe do some more percussive stuff and then leave that on channel 1. Then go over to channel 2, and then maybe I could do some melodic stuff, leave it on channel 2, do some more melodic stuff. So you've got all these different layers, and it's unlimited. So you can do as many layers as you like on each channel and have all of that stuff just on one channel, which is really cool. The only thing that you have to bear in mind when you do layers, which initially I found kind of annoying, but I've just gotten used to it now, and I kind of incorporate that into what I'm doing. And that is that as you layer stuff, the first thing that you've recorded actually gets quieter. So if you've got, like I said before, if you've got channel 1, you record a drum part, then you do a percussion part. This drum part gets a little bit lower. It dips in volume as you're going along. And as you're layering stuff, that first thing gets quieter and quieter. So I've kind of worked around that, where it's I record an element that I know in my mind is actually going to be under everything else in the mix if I'm going to put everything on one channel. On the whole, I don't tend to do that. I've got one song where I'll do a kind of a diamonds part, and then I'll layer some finger picking stuff in the diamonds part. Okay, I want that to be quieter. All right, so those are some of the features of this unit. Let me grab Tara and I will play you some stuff. Tara is the name of my guitar, by the way. That's not some human or something. That would be really weird. Let me grab my guitar and play you some stuff so that you can hear what this sounds like. So you've heard it in action, you know some of the features. Let me tell you honestly the pros and the cons of this unit. So let's start with the cons, because I always like to end on positive stuff, being the Zen-like person that I am. Okay, so the obvious main drawback is blooming heck, it's expensive, you know. I did look earlier on Sweetwater and I noticed that they have come down a little bit. When I was looking at this unit originally, it retailed for something like $600. And the foot switch is actually separate. So you're looking at like $700 and something, and that's without tax, which it's a lot of money to spend on a loop pedal like this. They do seem to have come down a little bit though. I think they're in the sort of 547, something like that. The foot switch is 117, so together that would be like, my brain, 660, something like that. You can do the maths, you're far more intelligent than I am. The thing that I love about this is that it's simplistic. Are there loop pedals out there that are around that kind of price, or maybe a little bit less, that do a lot more? Yeah, quite probably. I like the fact that it is just simplistic. I don't want to go diving through a manual. I don't want to stare at a screen. I have to look at a screen every single day, way more often than I like, right? So I love getting back to an analog kind of feel and an analog vibe, and that's what I like about this unit. It's simplistic, it's beautifully laid out, great build quality, and it's just upped my looping game no end. I love it. So we talked about the unit. Let's talk a little bit about the foot switch. And as I mentioned earlier, you have to buy this separately, which is so annoying. And the other thing that you can do only with the foot switch is that you can move the tracks up and down. So what you could do is things like you could create a loop for like a verse and a loop for a chorus, and then switch between those two by using like loop up and loop down, changing between the tracks, which you can only do with the foot switch. So I think that just about wraps it up. Thank you so much for being one of the people that watched this far. I really appreciate it. Hey, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you've just got yourself a looper and it's a different one to this, what is it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. Put your comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate you hitting that like button and also subscribing. It would help me out a whole lot. And hopefully I will see you somewhere very soon. Take it easy. Bye.